Army, Navy, and Air Force train together for 2.5 years. The educational qualification is 10+2, and the age should be 16.5, 19 years of age. The selection process starts with an entrance examination conducted by the UPSC, which is conducted twice a year. Those who pass the exam, they are called for an SSB, which is for 5 days. And if you make through the SSB, you will be undergoing a medical examination. And after that, a final merit list will be out. And those who make it to the merit list will undergo a training of 3 years in NDA. And also you will pass out with a BA, BSc/computer science degree. And for Army cadets, it is followed by 1 year of training at Indian Military Academy. And for Naval cadets, it's at Naval Academy, Ajimala. And for Air Force cadets, it is at Air Force Academy, Hyderabad. And after completion of this cumulative 4 years of training, you will be commissioned as a lieutenant. Now talking about the TES scheme. Same as NDA, the educational qualification required is 10+2. But however, you need to have a 70% aggregate marks in physics, chemistry, and maths. The age criteria is also the same. Not audible with that. Is it? Am I unmute? The age criteria is same as the NDA. And just like NDA, the entrance exam is also conducted twice a year, same followed by SSB, then the medical test, then the final merit list. And here, the basic military training is organized at Officers Training Academy, Chennai for 1 year. And after completion of 1 year of training, a 3 year of subsequent training is carried out at CME Pune, MCTE Mau, and MCEME Secunderabad. And just like the cadets at NDA, after completion of 4 years, they will again be commissioned as lieutenants. And after commissioning, they will further undergo a year training as an officer. Now, if you couldn't join the 10+2 entry scheme, there is always an option available through the form of the CDS examination. The educational qualification required is that you need to have a graduation degree. The age criteria is that you have to be between 19 to 24 years of age. And training is conducted for 1.5 years. And the selection process is the same as I have discussed in the previous slides. And the TGC entry, it is for the technical entry, the technical graduate course. Here, the educational qualification is that the requirement is a BE/a BTech graduation degree. The age criteria is 22 to 27 years, training of 1 year, and after completion of 1 year of training in Indian Military Academy, Dehradun, you will be commissioned as a lieutenant. Now, talking about the Short Service Commission. For those who want to experience the Army life, but have no plans of making it a career-long, a lifelong career, can always opt for the Short Service Commission or the SSC. And if you change your mind in between, there is always a chance to opt for permanent commission. The various options available are the NCC entry. The requirement is that you need to have a C certificate, and there are no examinations conducted. You just need to pass the SSB and the medical test. And the second option is the Short Service Commission for non-technical. It is both for men as well as for women candidates. For this, you need to be a graduate of BE/BTech for entry into this scheme, and a graduate from any of the recognized universities in case of non-tech. There are no written examinations. You only need to submit your application forms. The SSB and medical tests will be conducted thereafter for final selection to undergo training for 1 year. Now coming on to the Army Education Corps. If you are interested in the teaching profession, you can always join the AEC entry scheme. For this, you need to be a graduate in MA, MSc, and MTech. Shortlisted candidates will have to undergo SSB and medical examination. And if you have a law degree, you can always opt for the JAG, or the Judge Advocate General entry. It is also both for men and women. It is a short service commission scheme for 10 years, which can be extended to another 4 years. Now you can also join the noble profession of doctors, either on permanent or a non-permanent commission. Training for undergraduates is carried out at FMC Pune. The educational qualification required is 50% of aggregate marks in physics, chemistry, and biology. To be a commission officer, the cadets need to pass the MBBS exam in the final year of their training. And the doctors from civil medical colleges are also offered the SSC entry for a minimum of 5 years of service, which can be further extended to a second term of another 5 years and another 4 years at the end. Now talking about women in the army. With the latest verdict of Supreme Court, the lady officers are also now eligible for permanent commission. There are even proposals to intake of lady cadets in NDA. Apart from that, various entry schemes for women have been discussed in the preceding slides. The combat support and the support arms, like the engineers, like the EME, like air defense, the Corps of Signals, and services like the Medical Corps, the Army Service Corps, and the Army Ordnance Corps are open to lady officers. And for all the latest news and updates, I would recommend you to visit this website that are being displayed here. Now with this, I've come to the conclusion. The Indian Army provides a variety of opportunities to serve the nation, be it as an infantryman, a gunner, a tankman, an aviator, an engineer, a signalman, a logistician, or healthcare service provider, to name a few. The ethos of the Indian Army, ingrained during training and service, becomes a part and parcel of life, making a soldier a high-quality citizen of the country, even post-retirement. It provides a lifestyle incomparable to any, and apart from being just a job opportunity, it becomes a way of life. So to end with it, I want to ask each one of you, do you have it in you? And with this, I've come to the end of my lecture. And if anyone has any queries, I'm ready to take to clear them, any doubts if you have.
Would be very still I hope you would be will look forward to join us. So is there hard work, perseverance, possible?